This is a story about the brutal life of the king of the dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus Rex. But you don't start this big and this scary from the beginning of the game. No, you begin as you always begin, in the dark, alone, as a very small juvenile, lost in an unforgiving wilderness with no one to help you. It's me, a very tiny Tyrannosaurus Rex juvenile that starts at 50 bloody growth. I need a map, where am I? Let's just hope there's nothing around. To begin, you need to find water, and that means sticking your neck out and risking life and limb for a drink. I love how absolutely gangly the juvenile T-Rex is. I mean, just look at it. Look at those stupid long legs. Like scrawny body. And then the absolute clown feet. The overly large feet that flop when he runs. Like, it genuinely amuses me how adorable the baby Rex is. Then you need to find somewhere safe to do the thing that is most important to a juvenile Rex. Grow. Just relax under the boughs of this pine tree. Of course, after a while, you are going to get hungry. So you must hunt. It sounded like it was this way. Gotcha. Look at this. My first meal. Absolute prize. Already I've made it into the world and I am a killer. I carried on resting for as long as I could, but eventually you become, again, hungry and thirsty. So I had to get more water. And as I went down to the river I discovered that I was not alone. Shit, there's something there. Clearly, this is not a safe place. I travelled downstream away from the mysterious shadow, but I really needed the drink. I had to risk it. But I do need that water. Time to get out of here. Like, a Rex Juvie probably isn't actually terrible. Like, 50 newtons of bite force is not terrible. That, whatever I saw there wasn't huge. But, like, what's my 460 hit points. So, I can take a bite or two, but, like, don't want to risk it. I've only just begun my journey. I want to end it already. Before long, it was the dawn of my first day on Earth, and once again, I was hungry. There's no way I'm going to catch that, is there? There is just no way I'm going to catch an Avaceratops as a small juvie Rex. But I am so hungry that I definitely want to try. Thank you for standing there, Avaceratops. Please now just die. Though this Avaceratops had been slow on the uptake, he could easily outrun me, and so my only hope was that I'd be able to chase him down and he'd bleed out. It's a Velociraptor as well. Oh, he did bleed to death. Easily the best meal I've had so far. With my stomach full, I relaxed under the shade of a pine tree until I heard something coming. No idea what the fuck that was. That makes me want to make a break for it. I think that could have been a Carno or a Sarah or an Aloe. The footsteps were still close, and I could tell that by the sound of them, whatever was creating them was more than a match for me. Just going in the opposite direction of the big stompy footsteps. Into the bush. As far as my stamina will take me. That's the thing about this game, man. The sound is so good. Don't know what that is. I moved on, but desperately needed more water. God, I hope there's nothing here. Because I really need that water. Nervously, I drank my fill, but I could tell I still was not on my own. Someone's pissing off that Avaceratops over there, so... we, in our big floppy feet, are going to keep on moving. Night fell, and despite having run who knows where, I was still not alone. Utahraptors. Well, I tell you what, I'm glad it's 10:30 because I'm going to log off. I logged on the next day and it was still night time. What time is it? 2 in the morning. Okay. Let's hope there's nothing dangerous around. Apparently, Russian was like, you were heading towards me. It's like, I was running from something. And let's hope he's not around. Shit. Oh my god. How does a baby Rex break their leg? I mean, how much do I weigh? Geez, nearly a ton. Okay, fair enough. Alright. I just need to find a good bush to hide in. Shit. Can't believe I broke my leg first 2 seconds. After finally healing up, I was really hungry again, which is a persistent feature for the Rex. Broken leg, honestly. You guys were really noisy right up until the point where I can walk. There we go. There you go. I ate my food, I had some water, and then I moved on. These big flappy feet. I don't know why I find it so amusing. The next day, I found an area that was teeming with Avaceratopses, and absent any of the dinosaurs. So I made the most of it. There's another one. Yes. Avaceratops breeding grounds or something. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, can I catch him? Can catch him. Except maybe he's going to dive off into the darkness of the bushes. I was growing bigger and becoming faster and stronger. Oh, I fear that I'm going to run into something. It's nice not being able to hear any other dinosaurs. Enjoying the day, enjoying the peace and quiet, the serenity of being the top predator in this little area. And knowing that I'm travelling away from Russian is also nice. The very face of a giga haunts my nightmares now. I'm always just a friendly Allosaurus. This fucking giant bucktooth prick leaps out and murders me. And there's virtually nothing you can do. Like, I have tried, I've practiced with Sub a lot of tail riding gigas as an Allo. Man, it's not easy. I've never managed to actually get one down in a one-on-one fight. I've got them to like 4th screen, you know. I've got them really bad, but I've never taken one out. I was contacted by a fellow juvenile T-Rex called Cope Canada, so we teamed up. It's a dangerous world after all. Maybe I'll add Cope. Thank God there's hardly anyone on. Right, where is he? Probably miles away over there. I'm nearly ready to be able to get into some fights, I think. Oh, where's all this noise? Once again, though, things were not as peaceful as they seemed. That sounded fucking close, didn't it? Oh, shit. Oh, I bet that's Dave as an Allo. Fucking hell, he's right over there. I'm just gonna fucking beg it. Just run. Shit. Growth, come on. Jesus. That's the thing, you don't even see who you're running from. You just know you gotta run. Uh-oh, here's Dave and he's found my tracks. Shit. I've got to cross the river. Go up the river, shake him off. Fuck no. He's going to be an Allo and he's going to be way bigger than I am. Thankfully, I was on the verge of coming out of the juvenile stage of life and moving into a sub-adult. Maybe then I could tackle an Allosaurus. 100% growth, right. Boom. But I thought it's only 100 Newtons still. That's terrible. While I tried to put some distance between myself and Dave the Allo, it seems that he has found Cope. And worse, he was trying to coerce him into revealing my location. Fucking hell, Dave's going to hunt me. Good response. Alright, this Allo is worryingly close, and Don't you fucking dare! When I'm a bit bigger, I will happily beat him up. But at the moment, it ain't happening. If I was just a bit bigger, I'd go for it, but I'm not, so I won't. Despite being coerced by a predatory dinosaur 5 times his size, Cope didn't reveal my location. So Dave, being as merciless as he was Irish, snuffed him out. I murdered Cope. Oh, Dave, you're such an arsehole. But also that means you're worrying me close. The only thing I could do was make good my escape and get revenge later. But one thing Dave has to remember is you're not always the biggest dinosaur in the forest. I guess Dave just ran into the Giga. Sometimes you'll run into one that's significantly bigger than you. Yeah, get him, Russian. I'd both break a leg. After evading my 2 greatest nemesis, I was back to the old problem of the T-Rex. Finding more food. Because of course I was starving. Are you kidding me? God, I needed that. But I'm so expecting to see Giga burst out of these trees. When is it payback for Dave? When I'm about 90-95%. Then I'll be able to take Dave confidently. Which is obviously not going to be for a while. Unfortunately, it looks like Dave evaded the last Russian and would live to fight another day. Disappointing, but not surprising. So I continued the hunt, and one Avaceratops simply was not enough. Oh, that was delicious. I'm wary. I might have spawned the other Avaceratops, but it also might have been someone else. Either way, I needed the food, but little did I know, I was not the only one hunting this particular Avaceratops. Shit. Fucking aloe right there. I mean, really, I should have chased him down. Maybe I would have been able to kill him, but I don't know. And now I can get to 2.8. I'm 1.8, so he would probably just nail me. I put some distance between us and filled up on small game, but I knew this aloe would still be in the area, and I knew he was still looking for me. Thank God, he's got to go. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to have to go fairly soon, but I'm going to get as much growing in as I can. I continued on and thought I would do what I'd done previously and escape down a river to hide my tracks. Oh wait. I actually can't go this way, okay. And suddenly, there was Dave the Allosaurus. Oh shit. Oh shit. And in my haste, I fell off the cliff and broke my leg. Well, fuck. Luckily for me, though, it seems that Dave had not actually noticed that I was there, and so he didn't come and kill me, but he did do everything in his power to try and bait me out. Oh, thank God, he's going to log off. I'm not giving myself away, Dave. You might not know where I am. One person did not. Yeah, that's weird, that, isn't it? I wonder who's not giving their position away. The next day I logged on, did the business, and then discovered that Cope Canada had respawned as another Juvenile Rex. Is Cope a Rex? Yeah. Oh, Cope's going to be a Juvie Rex. I'll have to protect him. For some reason, Dave the Allosaurus decided to take straight to the chat to spew utter and foul lies, which blacken the good name of the Irish people, frankly. Okay, mission is kill Dave. He's chatting shit in the chat. Yeah, so apparently there's a massive herd of trikes. And, I mean, I don't know why I'm expected to kill them. I will probably get murdered by the trikes. Yeah, I don't think I can take out 4 trikes. Fuck was that? I finally met up with Cope, but once again we were definitely not alone. I mean, there's Cope. Was that you screeching, Cope? But there is something else over here. Hello. It's gonna be Dave. What was that? Cope? Oh shit, there he is. Right, okay. Don't think he spotted me yet. And that does look like a fully grown aloe to me. Maybe he has spotted me. No, I think I'm fairly well hidden actually. Dave was playing it coy, but he clearly wanted to kill Cope right in front of my face. And as such, he came around the lake and went in for the kill. Yeah, you better bloody run. Faster than me though, and I couldn't catch him, and so he got away with his murder. The second time he had murdered Cope. Easy, you murdered a juvenile, of course it was easy. Dave could taunt me all he liked, but it wasn't over yet, and in fact a new combatant joined the fight. A Gallimimus, of all things. And while he was distracted, I thought I'd launch an attack. Yeah, you keep running. Oh my god, I hope the galley gets him. You're never going to catch it, bro. While the Gallimimus distracted Dave, I decided to find some cover, and I noticed that Cope had respawned as a baby T-Rex, so of course I sent him another invite. After much tiptoeing around the lake, I was sure that Dave had lost track of me as I was behind this rock. So, with the Gallimimus distracting him, I launched an attack. But he does have more frail ankles. Yeah. There you go, you ran in, didn't it, Dave? Clearly, stealth wasn't going to work. I had to challenge him. First bite to me. Damn it. I took a couple of unnecessary bites, him taking advantage of the aloe's greater turn radius and greater speed. I couldn't catch him, and I had to let him go. Fucking aloes, man. So I went into the forest to try and find a safe spot to heal. Definitely more bleed than I want to have on me. It's not that much. Oh, you got the galley! I heard that. With the Gallimimus dead and no longer distracting him, Dave began scenting out my blood and tried to hunt me down. Fuck. Fuck, he's gonna murder me. I knew he'd be able to track me down. Little shit. Fortunately, I was able to lose him in the forest, but someone wasn't so lucky. Oh, he murdered Cope again. God, he's such a baby murderer. Absolutely terrorized by this aloe. Wounded, I carried on fleeing west. Dave was clearly outplaying me. I'd have to come back when I was bigger. Oh, good. Good, I'm glad you have to go to work. Hopefully that means I get to survive another night. I can't even type to him because I don't want to give my location away. The gang stalkers, it's not even gang stalkers, one stalker, Dave. I'm quite outside of my comfort zone with the Rex. Normally I play brawly mid-tiers. It's not that a Subrex isn't that either. But I'm not used to like the speed and the turn and various other excuses that I'm going to make. Though it had been a traumatic day, I had learned a lot, and I'd grown quite significantly in the process. If our paths crossed again, I was reasonably confident that I'd be able to get the best of Dave. I wouldn't be surprised if Dave were tracking my footsteps. I'm not going to lie, I'm mildly paranoid at this point. mean, I'm almost as tough as a fully grown Allosaurus. Turns out that Dave wasn't the only dangerous thing that was hot on my heels. I wonder what the thing behind me was. That thing, in fact. I wonder what that is. It's not Aiden. Doesn't sound like an Allo. But it did sound like something big. I mean, that sounds like a Rex, to be honest. Someone's scaring the Avaceratops over there. Which concerns me. Whatever was roaring had chased me through the night. And by the time it was nearly morning, I decided it was probably a Giga and probably Russian. Because I'm guessing that's Russian. I think I might just pick up the pace a little bit. The last thing I need is to get murdered by a Giga at 95% grown. Oh, Jesus. Going the other way. Because that's a Giga. Shut up, AI. I mean, this looks quiet, so I'm going to grab a drink quickly and then move on. Although I am expecting a Giga to just burst out there. We're going to move. My unknown pursuer had chased me up into a series of highlands at the west of the island. I mean, I could take pretty much anything that wasn't a fully grown Rex or Giga at this point. 99% grown. Like, my bite force 436, now nearly 3 tons. That's a powerful creature. How is it I'm being stalked by a Giga? But finally, after many trials and much tribulation, I had become an adult. 100%? Oh yeah. Boom. 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 Right, what's my bite? Bite's still only 450. Right, okay. Not great, but like... At least I'm big now. How many tons do I weigh? 3.2. It's not that big. Still have a lot of growing to do. Now that I was reaching my greatest size, I have the age-old problem that Tyrannosauruses have. Hunger. I was starving. Oh, how am I so slow? I'm never going to catch it. Not only was I never going to catch it, the place was infested with dilos. Oh, thank God. And after all that work, just as I was settling down to eat my well-deserved prize, a pair of Utahraptors started hassling me, so I couldn't enjoy my meal. Well, at least I got a mouthful of food. And these players were not stupid either. They knew that one bite from me would be fatal, and so they had to stay well outside of my range of attack. Also, I was simply not ready for this fight. But I am out of stamina. which is not good. They darted in for another attack, and they were joined by the Dilophosaur as well. I was in real trouble. I had a bloody Dilo as well, look at this. Jesus. With few options remaining, I had to abandon my badly needed Avaceratops carcass and flee to the relative safety of the woods. Follow me into the forest, boys. Which they wisely decided against, and that allowed me to sit down and try and recover some of my precious stamina. Because, if you didn't know, the Tyrannosaurus Rex does not recover stamina when it is not sitting down. Oh, this was quite a good hiding spot, wasn't it? I got the bleed off and thought I'd go to stalking the raptors and the Dilo, but I was dying of hunger. How am I dying? Is it hunger or what? Right, it must be hunger. God damn. Right, okay, that's not good. Oh, thank God. You are lucky I went the wrong way there. After devouring the corpse, I decided that the Dilophosaur just had too much advantage at night, because his night vision is literally double what mine is. So I went to find somewhere to heal off the bleed and wait until morning. But the perennial problem of the Rex, hunger, wouldn't let me rest. Yeah, I am in pretty rough shape. Not only was I losing my lifeblood, my body was eating itself. And I was totally surrounded by enemies. I don't even know what I'm in a condition to take on, to be honest, at this point. Dire need of food. 9 bleed. Gonna be starving to death, basically. It's the middle of the bloody night. .1 bleed. Okay, fine. We've got to get this food. I tracked the Avaceratops through the darkness, but as you saw a moment ago, it's actually not that easy to catch an Avaceratops as an adult Tyrannosaurus. Especially when you're someone of my experience level. Oh, how did I miss? Oh my god. Rex jaw box and I bloody missed. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Acro. Jesus Christ, I mean, I'm glad he wasn't very aggressive. I did not expect to see an Acrocanthosaurus here, and it was certainly not the thing I wanted to see the most. He was massive. Good attacker. The Acro probably didn't know how wounded I was. Okay, well, 1 bite, but I mean, that's something. To fill my gargantuan empty pit of a stomach. Yeah, the Acro does loads of bleed damage, but they're not terribly tough, and I mean, if I'm not very badly wounded, there's a good chance I'd be able to finish it off before I bled to death. And if I could finish it off and sit down, I'd be alright. While on the trail of this same Avaceratops, I thankfully came across more small game. A snack. Oh, 2 mouthfuls. Amazing. I've never been this full as an adult. I don't really want to go back towards the Acro, because I might start getting second thoughts. Can I take an adult Rex? Where is this sodding Avaceratops? It might not be immediately obvious, but for me, things were feeling really desperate at this point. There he is, I missed him again. Oh my god. Gotcha. But thankfully the gods of hunting finally delivered this prey into my jaws. And man did I need it. Okay, yeah, 2 bites, but at least my stomach is half full now. I'd be able to at least buy some time to get some health back. That's the Acro coming back. I think he's looking for the Avaceratops as well. Maybe I'll take this opportunity to rest. I mean, the night is dark and full of terrors, literally. And one of those terrors was the Dilophosaur that was stalking me, preventing me from sitting down and getting my rest, and coming at me in the trees. But thankfully he missed. And I realised that finally the day was breaking. I was starting to get light, thank God. Not only had I survived the night, but I'd actually come out relatively well. I had some food in my stomach, I was down to the first screen of damage, so I was in pretty good shape all things considered, and I knew where my enemies were, roughly speaking. Well, I survived the night, there's the Acro. I mean, feeling more comfortable with attacking an Acro, but not the bloody Dilo around. Needing water, I went down to the lake to drink, and there I saw that all of these small dinosaurs were in league. Oh my god, look at them all hanging out together. They seem to think this is my first rodeo. A water source is actually not a bad place for a giant predator to fight smaller dinosaurs. Come on in, the water's fine, boys. I can wade out to a much greater depth than they can, and so they are hampered by the speed limitation that is the need to swim far more than I am. I can just go up to the bank, stand about 1.5 meters in, and they can only attack from one direction. Come and bite me. But they're not stupid, and they knew that too. And so we found ourselves in something of a Mexican standoff. But, as you can see, I needed to eat. They had a lot more time to waste than I did. So I went into the forest with the hope of luring them in and getting one of them stuck on a tree or something like that so I could kill them easily. One thing you actually really don't want to do as a Dilo is run into the woods after a giant dinosaur, because it makes it difficult to see things. You might run into a tree. That didn't happen this time, but for some reason the Dilophosaur had been scared off. I wonder what he was afraid of. An Acro might come out of nowhere and chase you down. My hero! As far as all of the apex dinosaurs go, the Acro is by far the fastest and most dangerous to a dilo. God, I really hope the Acro gets him. Oh, that dino doesn't know I'm here. Things were getting very interesting. Oh, maybe I'll get my stamina back. So I wouldn't try getting an Acro if I were a dino. I mean, I could sneak up and attack the Acro, but I really don't want to. Like, he's really useful. But I definitely need food. So while they're engaged, I'm gonna go the other way. Somehow, I totally managed to miss this Avaceratops carcass that I literally walked right over. Sneak away. I really could have used that. I must have been concentrating too hard on where the other dinosaurs were. But yeah, I mean, I probably could go and take that Acro actually, but I really don't want to now. Like, he's doing me a real service by dealing with these little shits. But it was okay, because the gods saw fit to deliver unto me another Avaceratops. What a convenient snack you are. I started circling around the lake looking for a better vantage point and spotted yet another dinosaur incoming. Oh, what's that over there? Looks like a power or something. Oh, looks big and tasty. Covered in meat. Man, do I need something big, tasty and covered in meat right now. I snuck around in the cover on the edge of the lake and took the lay of the land. There's the Acro. Where was the big herbivore? I was going to try and eat it. I don't want to hunt the Acro. What I want is for the Acro, the raptors to piss off the Acro, run past here, and so I can leap out and kill one. No, I definitely saw something that wasn't the Acro. I decided this wasn't a good position from which to spring an ambush, so I started moving back around, and then discovered something interesting. Oh, Jesus, Sarah. Okay. I think he wanted to be friends, but I was really hungry. What are you doing, buddy? There's no way you were going to win this. But man, do I need a decent meal. I felt bad about consuming this innocent Tyrannosaurus, but he got me up to 2/3 health and I really, really needed it. So I moved on through the bush. I don't know what he was doing there. He should have just legged it. I would have just legged it. My stomach's already half empty. God damn. I mean, I would definitely like to eat a raptor. It's not going to be very filling, but like... and a dilo as well. But it seems that the stomach gods had ordained that, in fact, I wouldn't get to eat a dilo or raptor just yet. I had to face an Acro first. Because he was coming right for me. And I was hungry. Where's the Acro? I don't know if he's noticed me. So I ambushed him. Broken leg. Feasting tonight, boys. Then, like the parasites they are, suddenly freed from the oppressive force that was the Acro, the Utahs came out. Are you next? 3 of them. And it was on. Luckily, I wasn't very badly wounded after the battle with the Acro, even with a significant amount of bleed. I was in pretty good shape to take these guys on. But as you can see, it is a real pain to hit a good Utah player. Oh, you are so lucky. If it were me, the hitbox would have had me killed. However, the Utah is at a significant disadvantage in this battle. As you can see, I was healing off the bleed. They were doing virtually nothing to me with each bite, if they were even getting bites, because my tail hung so high above their heads. I've got to be honest, lads, you're not doing an awful lot. And the issue is fundamentally this. They had to be lucky every single time they attacked me. Got one. I only had to be lucky once. The more rolls of the dice they have to make, the worse it is for them. With their morale damaged, I was basically at leisure to do precisely what I wanted. If I wanted a drink, I could get a drink. Come on, boys, you're not going to do it. You've already lost one of your buddies. Come on over. Oh, look, I can walk up this rock. Oh, I'm going to have to get my food. The night was drawing in and the day's battle had been a success, even though the wounds were starting to stack up. Got one. That's 2 of your friends gone, bro. Are you going to be the 3rd? I'm literally going to eat your friend. I'm having my dinner, I don't care. Two of your friends are now here, side by side, in death. The cold embrace of Sheol. I'm eating them. You don't really want to be the last of your little pack, do you? Oh. My God, I'm going to have a full stomach. He decided that discretion was the better part of valor, and I spent the rest of the night healing up and moving on, looking for new and bigger victims. I think I'm basically at full health. Excellent. Healthy, well-fed, flourishing. Oh shit, about to walk off a cliff. Maybe we'll go the other way. Nearly fully grown. The morning came, I reached 100% growth, and it was time to assert my dominance over this island. I was the biggest and most dangerous thing here. Yeah, that looks awesome. And everyone had to know it. This is just such a scenic game. See if that attracts any attention. I ran into Dave again, who had been murdered as his aloe and respawned as a Dilo. Oh, there's Dilo. Didn't even know he was there. But this time the tables had turned and he was too cowardly to give me any trouble. Oh look, I found some water. Dave, all I'm saying is I just want to murder you before I go to bed. Is that too much to ask? He nipped at my heels, but gave me no real difficulty. I don't think I actually got him in the end, though. He must have run away. I'm the big bully. You terrorized me across half the bloody map the other day when I was smaller than you. I stalked my way to the center, looking for a worthy challenge. Russian was out there. Somewhere. Rexes are like elephants. They're silent until they ambush you. Ooh. There's a mire there. Judging from the colours, it was the same mire I'd seen at the Great Lake. I imagine he's going to go the other way. But there was absolutely no way I was going to catch him. This unprepared Utahraptor, though... Gotcha. Right. So that's one of these little annoying shits dealt with. Yep, dead raptor. Obviously didn't see me. See, I tell you, ambush Rexes. Worst things in the game. I spent the night wandering through the swamp, which is where it sounded like Russians' calls had been coming from, but evidently not. So I had to start drawing attention to myself. He was out there, and it was time. I was a fully grown Rex, he was a fully grown Giga. Showdown. The important thing is making sure I get the drop on Russian and not the other way around. And this would be absolutely crucial to this fight. That's him. Swear to God, Dave. Don't want you get involved. And I could tell that everyone wanted a piece of this action. Mr. Meyer. That obviously was not looking for me. So with no sign of Russian, I thought I'd get my stamina back. Oh shit. Oh, the little git. Actually sneaks up on me while I'm fucking crouched. The worst had happened. He had got a surprise hit on me, putting a reasonable amount of bleed on me, but most importantly, tipping the scales. I was already on a timer, and he was totally unharmed. Well, it's like that, is it? Ten bleed. Alright. Let's just come on out then. Sucker punch me to start the fight, eh? Yeah, why are you running? I probably shouldn't complain about the sucker punch too much, because, I mean, that was my plan. How about this? The key here was judging distance. He wouldn't be able to sprint over and bite me before I was able to get onto my feet and bite him back. And so we entered into a war of positioning, which lasted for well over a minute. Eventually it became clear that the bleed was not going to finish me off, and we were going to have to fight about it. This is Russian. That's his fully grown Giga, and he's being careful with it. Just for the record, I want to make it clear that I very rarely play Apexes, and so Russian was a lot more experienced in Apex on Apex battles than I was. He was probably very smart to play it so cool and so distant. Oh, he's so coy, isn't he? After all, one bite from me would doubtless have broken a leg of his, rendering him basically immobile. This war of position carried on for another couple of minutes. Until finally he was ready to bring it to blows. Broken leg. Jesus. I got the broken lug on him, and I got the extra bite on him. So he must have been in bad shape, but man, I was in bad shape too. Jesus Christ. 30 bleed every 3 seconds. I didn't know how much health I had. Didn't know how much time I had. I couldn't wait. Now, he doesn't look that bad. Time was on his side. If I tried walking away, I'd just incur more damage. I didn't have time to rest, even though he had the broken leg. I felt like I didn't have many choices. I had to go in, and I had to try and finish this. think he's going to kill me if he bites me again. It's brutal. Damn! Well, there we go. Alright, well, that's the life of that T-Rex. I'll leave it there. Interestingly, Russian had been recording from his side too, and he sent me across the videos. Here's him approaching me, and God only knows how he saw me hiding in the bush. I couldn't see me. Here's the recording of the rest of the battle from his perspective. I'll just let it play out just so you can see how close this match was. This really did come down to the fact that he got the ambush on me first. Looking back now, I realise that I made a key mistake here. I should have just run through him and out the other side and given myself some space. Instead, I tried to play it like a mid-tier player and circle round on him, and that gave him a free bite. Anyway, after my death, thankfully, Dave decided to try and avenge me by giving me a bite on the arse. Get him, Dave! As you can see, Russian is in terrible shape. But, gotta give him credit, he was the winner. So I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. As you can see, this took many hours to put together. It takes 6 hours to grow a T-Rex to its maximum size, and then editing this video took an entire evening, basically. But I really had fun. I'd like to thank Dave, Russian, and everyone else who's on the server for joining me. The server is, of course, Meso, M-E-S-O. Feel free to join anytime, it's always up, and we're always doing survival or battle events. You can come and watch these live on my Twitch, or join in by joining the Discord, both linked in the description. See you next time, folks.